Welcome to Skin Talk, another amazing show. Yes. I'm always so excited about our shows because everyone is just so different.
Yeah.
And
we try to bring a lot of different variety of guests.
Keep the flow and the live and the spice.
Yeah, we have the ladies from M.Mills Co. M.Mills Co.
Yes.
Today that we are going to have on. They actually, this is a really, really cool thing.
Yeah.
They have bracelets that actually tell you when you're out in UV exposure.
I love that concept because you could be glamorous,
right,
and yet have this little reminder to be like, excuse me.
It's almost like a flashing light.
Yes, but that little person on your shoulder that says, put some sunblock on.
Yes. So we're going to talk a little bit about that and kind of the science behind it.
And then Leanne,
yes,
right? So I'm excited about that because she has some healing crystals, which ties in nicely with the whole bracelet thing.
Yeah, and you know, I actually am really excited to hear what they have to say because when I had my surgery, I was told to put specific crystals on my scars, and I never ended up doing it because I don't know, but I'm interested to hear like what the thoughts are on that.
Yeah.
So
no, see, you got to stay tuned, people.
Yes,
we have very, very informative,
compelling
information that you just can't miss. But you had a very exciting weekend. I had a very exciting weekend.
No, we had a lot going on.
Yeah, so I want to hear about, because I love, my passion is dancing.
Oh, we should have traded spots then this weekend.
I mean, I'm not saying I dance well. I'm just saying I have a passion for it. It might that could be another host show.
Yeah,
bloopers of Debbie dancing.
I absolutely love dancing. I would watch that for 30 minutes. I actually love dancing. I enjoy it in a social setting, but when I'm actually having to perform something.
Well, tell us. Share the news because a lot of people may not know what I know.
So there's this event every year called Fancy Steps that is to benefit the Holyoke Children's Museum. And it's brilliant because
it's a great museum too.
It is a great museum.
I have kids, so I go there, and they just love it.
Yeah, and it's a great place for people to go, and
it's basically nothing.
Yeah,
it's basically for free.
Super.
I mean, they do
affordable.
have a small cost, but
exactly. So it's a great destination for people to go, especially moms who are just looking for something to do with the kids. And so every year they do this fundraiser called Fancy Steps, and it's basically a local Dancing with the Stars. And so they take
and they have one of the stars of Skin Talk.
They take people, just people in the community, and they pair us with actual dance instructors, and we have 10 lessons.
So you have an amateur and a professional.
And a professional.
Interesting concept.
And they give us 10 lessons, and we learn a specific style of dance. And I really enjoyed the experience of. I mean, I learned a rumba, which I don't. I mean, I couldn't tell you what a rumba or cha-cha or jive. Like now I know kind of the differences, but a couple months ago I didn't.
I like jive, and I know salsa.
Those are they're all beautiful types of dance, and so we learned. There was, I think,
it's beautiful when you see other people who know how to do it, and you're watching them and thinking, oh, that looks so easy.
Yep.
But then when you do it,
it's not. Oh my God! And so we had to perform on Saturday.
Only in 10 lessons.
Yeah.
It's a lot, but it's not really a lot for somebody who doesn't do it on an everyday basis.
Correct. And I think sometimes my instructor didn't really fully understand that I was not a professional dancer. But we had to perform Saturday, thank you, in front of 400 people. So yeah, and it raised a lot of money. It raised a lot of money. We each had fundraising goals that we had to meet. I had a table of 11 with me, cheering me on. So it was a good experience. I'm very happy I did it, but I am very happy it's over.
It was like me in the New York City Marathon.
Yes, so you had that this weekend.
And yes, I had the New York City Marathon. But when I ran last year, I was like so happy I did it, but so happy it was over.
Yeah.
So this, so many years leading up to it, it's watching all these runners and their stories and people crying when they see their loved ones pass, and the signs. There was this really beautiful face of a baby, and then it, had like our Skin Talk bubble, and it said, "Go, Daddy, I love you." And then you would think that they're movie stars because there's one lady next to me. She saw her, I think it was her son or something, and he looked like he was in his 30s, and she was just like literally for 10 minutes after still screaming like she just saw the President of the United States. But I mean, it was nice. But then after about 10 minutes, I'm like, okay, lady.
You're like,
okay,
I'm deaf now. Thank you. We get it.
Yeah, but no, but it's so amazing.
Oh, it's incredible. I give anyone who can run that amount. I mean, I know you've done it. It boggles my mind.
I keep on saying like, okay, that's it. I've done it, and now I was there on the other end of the spectrum because I was on the spectrum watching. Then I did it. Now I'm on the spectrum again of watching.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, I think I want to do it again.
Like, I think your body, it's like birth, your body forgets. There's something in your brain that makes you forget.
Well, it's like having a baby. All of those who have babies, and you have one, and you're like, I'm not going this again. And then you have 3 or 4 later.
Your brain causes something in your body to go, oh no, that wasn't that bad.
No.
And you're like, why did I agree to do this again?
But we had 15 runners this year for running on behalf of the Melanoma Education Foundation.
That's great.
And over $55,000 was raised just within those 15 people. So that was like the take home. So it was so like rewarding. We did a huge dinner in New York City the night before, gave them medals and awards, and it was just so emotional again to just really be able to be one-on-one with them.
Yeah.
You know, which I don't really get to do. I email them and I talk to them prior, but I never really get to know them or see their faces because I don't know these people.
Right.
So it was just so amazing how you don't know people from the hole in the wall, but you all come together for one cause, and how connected you feel as a family.
And they do they all have melanoma-related stories?
Yep, every single one of them did. And there, in past years, people were just, because they liked the cause, you know, they wanted to get in the marathon and they just happened to choose this cause, but 98% of my runners over the past 6 years that I've been doing this were all runners that were somehow affected by melanoma.
Wow.
So it was really, really great. I was really, really proud of them. So another
kudos
to you, because it's not easy raising money and it's definitely not easy training.
No.
But
yeah, none of that.
But yeah.
I won't be running any marathons anytime soon.
But when we come back, we're going to have some great stuff, so stay tuned.
Dear 16-year-old me.
Dear 16-year-old me.
Dear 16-year-old me.
Please don't get that perm. It's not as awesome as you think it's going to be.
You have to actually practice in order to learn to play guitar.
Whiskey tastes even worse on the way up.
Dear 16-year-old me, there's going to be a new set of Star Wars movies. Don't watch them. They ruin everything.
Dear 16-year-old me. This is where they took the cancer out. It was something called melanoma.
It's called malignant melanoma.
Malignant melanoma.
Malignant? That's not a very friendly word.
You'll be diagnosed when you're 28.
18.
36.
29.
22.
It's a tumor that starts in your skin cells, the cells that give your hair and skin color.
It's not just skin cancer.
Well, it is.
Well, it is.
But not just the
cut it out and it'll be fine kind, unfortunately.
It's the kind that you have to catch before it spreads.
Because it spreads so fast.
So fast.
To places like your liver, your lungs, your brain.
Yours will be a really rare kind in your left eye, and that's when you'll find out.
That melanoma can show up on your tongue, the palms of your hands, and the soles of your feet.
Your doctors will tell you you're lucky that you caught it early.
Yours will tell you that you need aggressive treatment.
I'll have to tell you it might take a year of chemotherapy.
And you'll need to do some of the injections yourself.
Dear 16-year-old me.
You're doing okay.
You're strong.
But there are some things I want you to know.
I wish I'd known.
That one bad sunburn before you turn 18
doubles your chances of developing melanoma.
That fair skin and red hair means that you're at a higher risk of getting it.
As if ginger people didn't have enough problems.
That you're at higher risk if you've got more than 50 moles.
And if you have a weakened immune system or a family history of skin cancer.
But just once a month, I want you to check.
It takes 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Dear 16-year-old me, I do realize you're not actually going to see this, but someone else will, and it'll make a difference to them.
Dear someone else.
Dear somebody else.
If you're watching this,
send it to a 16-year-old you care about.
Send it to anyone who was once 16.
Or soon will be 16. Send this.
And check yourself. Educate yourself.
You can download tools and information about melanoma here.
Share this link.
Tweet this link.
Post this to your Facebook.
Hi guys, it's Kira from Kicks 100.9. And you know, I feel like I see it all and I hear it all, and I thought I knew it all until I met Deb and Meghan from Skin Talk. They know everything about skincare and melanoma, so make sure you check them out on Skin Talk.
So you heard Kira, and she is smart.
Skin Talk has it all, so be sure to tune in and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Do you know Skin Talk? Well, you should.
Melanoma rates are increasing faster than all other cancers in the United States.
So you should watch Skin Talk because you'll learn about melanoma early detection and prevention and overall skincare health.
So start watching. Welcome back to Skin Talk. We have Mandy and Jamie here from M.Mills Co. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for being here.
Yes, and bringing your beautiful jewelry. Can't wait to hear all about this. And it's not just jewelry.
Right. There is a practical component to this. So tell us a little bit about how you got started.
Okay, so for the last 15 years, I've worked in medical aesthetics. So I have been an esthetician who constantly is blah, blah, blah to all my clients about wearing their sunscreen. And so when it was suggested to me on an off chance, I was looking for something else, and I was on Amazon, and all of a sudden these solar active beads showed up. And so the minute I saw them, I thought to myself, I have to do something with this. And so, you know, what do you do with this crystal bead? How do you get it so people will wear it? I mean, they make the wristbands, you know, like the Live Strong bands, kind of UV awareness band, but that doesn't really fit in your everyday wardrobe.
Right.
And the point that we wanted to make for our clients was that your cumulative exposure adds up over a lifetime. So whether you're driving with your sunroof open, you're sitting outside at lunch, whatever it is, we wanted them to have something that would fit into their wardrobe daily and that would give them a reminder. I know even for myself, I'm obsessed with using my sunscreen, my protection.
I can tell your skin is beautiful.
Thank you.
Well, being in the skincare profession for so many years, you have to be an example of what you do, and you've set that fine. I mean, I've used you personally, and I just think you're very knowledgeable, very professional, and you do know so much.
Thank you. So this just seemed to be the fitting solution.
Yeah.
And so
that's great.
When you wear it, is it like, let's say, you know, you're driving, you know, some people drive with their arm out the window. Obviously, the bracelet is getting the exposure. But what happens if it's on this hand? So basically, what I'm getting at is the bracelet needs to be exposed to the sun.
It does.
In order to alarm it.
Right. Absolutely. And you'll notice if you're only getting a little bit of UV exposure, it will be a lighter shade of either purple, blue, or magenta, whatever bead we've used. They only turn one color. We try to use a contrasting bead. But this summer I was actually sitting at a friend of mine's pool, fully under an umbrella where it was so shaded that I could have actually taken my sunglasses off. It was that shaded. And I looked down, I had a bracelet on, I looked down, and it actually blew my mind. It was dark purple, about as purple as you can make it.
Still getting that exposure. That's a real good testament right there.
Well, like when in the wintertime, you know, a lot of people argue the fact, well, it's cloudy, it's winter, the sun's not out, or, you know, certain time of the day where obviously the worst times is in the morning until 3, but even after 3, you still got to be protected, not to be crazy, to not to be fanatical, but to have a balance. But that is a very good point. That, you know.
And just to clarify, you're talking about this little bead right here.
You got it. So it's on the charm. Yes.
Okay. And you even is this a necklace version?
So that's a necklace. It actually coordinates with one of our bracelets. We actually decided not to put the UV bead on the necklace because we figured it was one of those where you really wouldn't ever see it.
Right.
We do have a zipper toggle that we've made, and we actually made that for our skiers.
And men, because obviously a man wouldn't wear this unless you made a more manly version, which is, you know, definitely something.
Which is hard to do with crystals. Yeah. We do have an idea.
What are they? Tie tacks. Or the cufflinks, but I love the zipper toggle because you could do that for children. You could do that for you know, anybody.
That's really smart.
Yeah.
Very nice. So this is, I mean, this is beautiful. How long have you been doing this? You said 15 years?
I've been doing aesthetics for 15 years. We launched this officially in August. So this is new for us.
Wow.
Yeah, this is new for us.
Well, how honored do we feel that being, you know, newly established and newly launched, that we have you on our show to be able to, you know, spread it to our viewers and, you know, all the people who follow us on Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that. So please check them out. You have a website.
Thank you. Yes, mmillsco.com. So mmillsco.com.
And what's really cool here is tell us a little bit about these three in the front.
So these are very special. These have been designed for Skin Talk, and they're the hot pink and black. Beautiful. And we will have a contest going on our Facebook page. They're three different. So we wanted to kind of get an idea of what the audience felt that they would most like to see and like to wear.
Again, smart business model.
Exactly. So I don't know how much the viewers can see, but this one is like it looks like almost two different types of shades of pink and a black. And this one looks almost like there's a little bluish in the black.
It's got a little tinge.
With an AB on it, the Aurora Borealis finish.
Okay. And then this one has
an equal amount.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So definitely.
And this has a little sun charm too, right?
They all have the little sun charm as well. To go with the little UV
so we want to
toggle.
hear from our viewers what you feel would be the best design to represent Skin Talk and the efforts that all of us put in for melanoma awareness and keeping out the the putting on your sunblock and keeping out of the sun.
Christmas gift too, or birthday gift, or any anniversary gift. It's a really, it's a practical but also a beautiful gift.
Absolutely, and we will have them up by Cyber Monday for Christmas shopping.
Very nice.
Now, did you, I mean, being in the esthetician and being in this field for 15 years, did you have or know of someone that was affected by melanoma?
So yes, so our driving factor is always our clients. For me, most of my clients are my family. And this year, in April, my third client was diagnosed with melanoma. And she's 33 years old with a little 3-month-old baby at home.
Just like we talked about the last show, remember that story with the mother and the baby and both of them passed?
Oh, God. This has a much happier ending. They, thank God, caught it in time. For Agnes, it was just that it was in the middle of her back. It was that it was itching. You know, so we're trying to drive that point home and really get that point across. And so she was kind of my driving force. At that point, I had just kind of learned about the beads. We were just kind of really thinking about making this idea happen. And then when that happened, we went forward.
Wow.
So we'll keep going.
Awesome.
That's absolutely beautiful.
And you guys are partners in the aspect of the creation and the style. So what's your input and design factor and feeling? Did you have somebody as well that was affected with melanoma?
I did not, no, thankfully.
Not that anybody has to, but
right. I actually kind of came in a little bit late in the game. I was fortunate enough to get back in contact with Mandy after 10 years, right?
10 years. We had worked together many years ago.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
See how funny that works?
And it
that's like with us.
Everything she was doing, it just sounded like such a wonderful thing to me. So I said, sign me up.
That's great.
I'm good to go. So,
and you need that team factor. I think team is very important because somebody could have the idea and the push, but it's definitely you need that backing.
It's easier with someone else.
It is so easier with somebody else, especially if you have that person that that you have the same drive, that same compassion, and to move forward. I definitely think that I'm all about a team thing. So I think that's awesome.
It's wonderful.
And you guys have obviously as a team made such a beautiful thing. And
I love that you're wearing too. You're wearing pieces of it. It's absolutely gorgeous. Love it.
Thank
you, ladies, so much for being on the show. We really appreciate it. Make sure to check them out on Facebook. Make sure to vote. And definitely with the holidays
and we definitely
coming
want you to have you come back because off scene she brought out some really good thing with collagen.
Oh, yes.
Yes, so
the whole other story.
Yes, so you definitely have to stay tuned.
We have to test it
in
first.
It's erasing scars, taking away wrinkles, so much more. So you have to stay tuned to Mandy and M.Mills Co.com. See how I said it slow? You gotta think about that. But M.Mills Co. for not just for the jewelry, which we are very blessed and honored that you've done this for us and so many who need it, but also because of other things that she brought to our attention that you're really gonna want to know. So thanks. Stay tuned. Leanne's coming up next.
Good morning. Guys, you forgot about me.
Annoying mole and bothering you? May is Melanoma Awareness Month. It's time to get it checked. Visit the Melanoma Foundation of New England's website at mfne.org for more information.
Do you know Skin Talk? Well, you should.
Melanoma rates are increasing faster than all other cancers in the United States.
So you should watch Skin Talk because you'll learn about melanoma early detection and prevention and overall skincare health.
So start watching.
Welcome back. We have Leanne's amazing segment. Leanne, how are you doing?
Fabulous as always.
And you have a friend with you today.
I do. This is my friend Lauren. She's from Groundings. It's a store in Florence, Massachusetts.
Welcome, Lauren.
And it specializes in crystal healing therapy, and it has a retail boutique and a spot in the store where you can actually get these healing treatments as well. So, Lauren, thank you for being here. Can you tell the audience what is crystal healing therapy?
Yes, thank you. So crystal healing therapy is actually a therapy that each crystal has kind of vibrates at its own frequency, and it goes, it can be, the treatments can be where you can place it on the body or in a room or near you, and they each have their own basically healing properties that go along with that.
Is that kind of from the minerals from the stone, where it was?
Yep, so the structures are all, the structures vibrate at different frequencies, so the minerals that are made up of each crystal have their own property.
Okay, that's I think, pretty basic and understandable for people.
So is it that different stones work for a different type of healing? Like if you have a backache, then this certain type of crystal or stone would be just good for that. Or if you have a headache or something, this particular stone or crystal would be for that. If I'm understanding correctly, because I've always been very interested in understanding about the healing, because I do hear so much about it.
Yes, so each one has a different healing property that goes for a different ailment. So for headaches, you would want to use the amethyst for headaches. You can always wear it as a necklace, or you can put it on the back of your head and meditate for a little while, and it will clear up any kind of headache that you do have.
For example, Debbie, like this is actually my crystal here that I keep at the spa. So I was told that it's good for clearing good energy, or clearing bad energy and keeping good energy. So we keep it at the spa, and then on a full moon we set it out so that it will charge, and so any of the negative energy that it's absorbed, then it will be released and be recharged.
I hear a lot about the full moon.
Pretty cool, huh?
I think that's really amazing. Neat. Yeah, because there's a friend of mine has a son, and she swears that when it's a full moon, he just something about him.
Energy.
I don't know if it's the energy or just he's not like the best well-behaved during the full moon. So it's interesting that you said that it recharges. Explain what the moon, explain that, because I think that's fascinating.
Well, it
explains a lot with my friend's son. But
I kind of liken energy, how you can feel tension in a room, or just you can feel something. That has to do with energy. So that's kind of the premise of crystal healing energy. So stones hold intentions, energies. So how could, on Skin Talk we talk a lot about melanoma, other cancers, treatments and healings that are out there. So how could someone going through cancer and use this during their treatment?
Absolutely. So what I would probably do is, with the treatment, it's great to go along with it. So you wouldn't want to replace any treatments with this. It's a great thing to incorporate, yes. So for somebody going through a cancer treatment, if they're feeling really down and depressed and their emotions are just drained, I would probably say keeping something orange with them to keep them uplifted and feeling vibrant. So the calcite's great for that. Same with the citrine. The citrine's perfect for that too.
I work a lot with essential oils, and so it seems like it's along the same premise. Orange and the citrus essential oils are very uplifting for mood.
Exactly.
So is that about the same?
Exactly. So color therapy, crystal therapy, essential oils, and aromatherapy are all basically kind of the same in that aspect. So
it's
something
like a support system.
Yeah,
like a sensory
absolutely,
thing too, because smell and color, like your eyesight to seeing something, your smell to something, all brings up the sensories in your body alive, and it's amazing how God has given us in this earth.
We kind of tend to take it for granted too.
Yeah, that it's.
And Lauren, I just had a quick question. So when I had my melanoma surgery, afterwards, someone actually recommended that I put quartz on the scar, and I never ended up doing it. I don't know why I didn't get around to it, but what are your thoughts on that?
So if they were asking for or putting a clear quartz on,
yes.
Clear quartz always amplifies and speeds processes up. So it probably would heal and speed the healing process up for whatever treatment you were doing.
Should I put that in my cash box at the spa?
Actually,
yeah, if that's the case, then you're going to be a billionaire because everybody's going to be after you for that stone.
Actually, they always say 3 pieces of garnet. Always in numbers of 3. You put it in your garnet. You put it in your cash box, and it's supposed to bring abundance.
Rich and wealthy.
Well, now we know why you're always so successful, Megan. It's your birthstone.
My birthstone.
So
mine's the amethyst. What was the amethyst?
Headaches.
So great. Yeah. Well, that explains a lot.
Very cool.
So somebody so you were talking about the moods, how that can support uplifting them, that they're speeding up healing. Is there like a starter kit that you could recommend? So somebody going through treatment probably would need to ward off, depression, speed up healing. What else? And is there a sort of a starter kit you could put together?
Well, these ones here are really good for all over healing, but the amethyst is a really good one for all over healing. The quartz is, like I said, amplifies. Selenite is a gemstone that you actually don't have to cleanse, so you don't need to put it in the moonlight, you don't need to cleanse it in water or anything like that. And having one of these in your arsenal of healing will actually cleanse all the other ones.
I like that arsenal.
Arsenal of healing, right.
Because you know, skin tech, they are melanoma, we call them warriors. So
yeah, absolutely.
Here's something for your arsenal.
Absolutely. The moonstone is great, fluorite. Bloodstone actually helps circulate the blood and detoxify you.
Oh, great.
And then again with the citrine, with the uplifting.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So you can find all of these at your shop, Groundings.
Yes, Groundings.
So for people who aren't in their areas, where could they find a shop like yours?
Yeah, well, we actually also sell them online, and we do, you can probably find it at any holistic healing center that's in your area, but groundingsllc.com, and you can get the link to our shop there.
Great. Well, thank you so much
for
showing us an alternative method and supporting and having something for your arsenal.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. That was wonderful.
Yeah, I love that type of information where it's like, if you think about, you know, God basically gave, you know, us what we need to survive in everyday life. And
holistic.
Right, and it's interesting, like, who, you know, how did like people come across this?
Right.
How did they take a stone and be like, oh, I put it to my head, my headache's gone.
Right.
You know,
I know. How do we, and we've come so far almost in a negative direction. I mean, now we see all sorts of chemicals and pills and things like that. I mean, you know, there's positives obviously that go along with it.
Well, even like technology, it's like, you know, as much as it is good, there's bad to it, because the waves and everything that, you know, we have it constantly.
There's something to be said for simple.
Yeah, being in New York, I was able to connect with some old childhood friends, and I'm like, you know, I was running late, as usual, but they were no surprise. But it's like, I was able to text them and be like, okay, 2 blocks away or whatever. Years ago, we didn't grow up having a cell phone, so it's like, how did you wait for me 20 years ago when I was running late then?
It's so crazy.
Yeah, so really again, it's good and it's bad, but because we have this, you know, a lot of negative stuff or tension, I think more in the days, then it's like other people have found out, okay, well, this is going to help you.
Yeah, let's
so
go back to
it
the
balances
basics.
itself out totally, but that was amazing.
Yeah.
I love hearing about stuff like that, especially when it's natural.
Right, exactly.
Like all kinds of natural stuff.
It's so helpful. Now, just really quick, we want to give another shout out to It's All About Me.
Yes.
For our clothing and our outfits,
and today,
jewelry.
Today I have something that's a little different, because we always, you know, shout out to All About Me, and we love them implicitly. But I came across this really cute boutique called DWR Consignment Boutique in New Canaan, Connecticut. Now, we do have viewers in Connecticut because as Skin Talk is expanding, we are on so many public access channels through New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, and obviously New England. So I had just, you know, told them that I wanted to give a shout out, and I want, if I may, I just love, yes, look at this amazing, cute little dress.
You got it custom made. It's
really and they have all kinds of great things, shoes, you know, outfits like this, and so you got to check them out. It's DWR Consignment Boutique in New Canaan, Connecticut, but we'll post the website so that you could, you know, check them out. They have stuff online and everything. But
and also shout out to Wilbraham Flowers as well for the bouquets that they provide to us every show. So, and speaking of checking it out, make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, check out our website skintalk.org, and as usual, stay tuned for the next show. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for watching.